What happens when a flight attendant gets caught in the middle of smuggling cash into the country for her gun runner boss? Easy, you've got this film right here. Prepare yourselves as I review Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown. Yo, this is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome again to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. I'm the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a review of the 1997 crime flick Jackie Brown, released by Miramax, written and directed by Quentin Tarantino, based on Elmore Leonard's 1992 novel called Rum Punch, starring Pam Grier in the title role along with Samuel L. Jackson, Robert Forster, Bridget Fonda, Michael Keaton, and Robert DeNiro. In the film, the titular character, who happens to be a flight attendant, becomes embroiled in a battle to smuggle money between the US and Mexico. The film was released on Christmas Day, December 25th, 1997, just a few weeks after it premiered at the Ziegfeld Theater. The film did modestly enough, and the film pays homage to the 1970s black exploitation flicks, particularly those of Coffee and Foxy Brown, which of course Greer appear as the titular characters. And it's the only feature length film directed by Tarantino that was based on another work. It got good reviews and did decent enough. And it was both Greer and Forster's first lead role, and yeah, Forster's first lead role in a major film in for many years. And earned a nomination at the Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actor for Forster, and a Golden Globe nomination, well, or two, for Jackson and Greer. Well, let's get into the story. Jackie Brown, a flight attendant, smuggles money from Mexico into the United States for Dale Robbie, a gun runner in LA. When Beaumont Livingston, Ordell's bagman, is arrested, Ordell hires bail bondsman Max Cherry to bail him out. Ordell then lures Beaumont into the trunk of a car and murders him. Acting on information Beaumont already provided, ATF agent Ray Nicolette and LAPD detective Mark Dargis intercept Jackie with Ordell's cash and a bag of cocaine. After Jackie is sent to jail, Ordell has Max pay her bail. Ordell arrives at Jackie's apartment, but she pulls out a gun she stole from Max's glove box. She negotiates a deal with Ordell. She will pretend to help the authorities while smuggling in the remaining $550,000 of Ordell's money. Ordell replaces Beaumont with Louis Guerra, a criminal associate and former cellmate who was recently released from prison. Melanie Ralston, one of Ordell's mistresses, asks Louis to betray Ordell and take the money for themselves. Louis tells Ordell, but Ordell replies that he is not concerned about her, given that he knows that she is not to be trusted. Unaware of the plan to smuggle in the $550,000, Nicolette and Dargis devise a sting to catch Ordell during a transfer of $50,000. Jackie plans to keep the remaining $500,000 for herself. She recruits Max, offering him a cut. During a test run, Jackie smuggles in $10,000, with Nicolette and Dargis aware to swap with Sharonda, one of Ordell's girlfriends, at a shopping mall. After Jackie leaves, Max observes an unknown woman swap bags with Sharonda. He informs Jackie and she confronts Ordell, who reveals that he sent Simone Hawkins, another mule, to secure his money as a backup. On the day of the transfer, Ordell discovers that Simone has left town with the $10,000. He reluctantly recruits Melanie to perform the swap instead. Jackie enters a dressing room in a department store to try on a suit, although she told Nicolette that the exchange will take place in the food court. She told Ordell that she will swap bags in the dressing room. However, the bag contains only $40,000. Jackie leaves the rest in the dressing room for Max. Jackie takes $10,000 and places it on top of the bag she gives to Melanie. Jackie runs to the food court and finds Nicolette. claiming that Melanie burst into the dressing room and stole the money. During the exchange, Melanie is uncooperative in the parking lot after making fun of Lewis for forgetting where they parked, excuse me. Lewis fatally shoots her. Lewis tells Ordell, who discovers that most of the money is missing. When Lewis recalls seeing Max at the shopping mall, an enraged Ordell kills Lewis. Now for the ending, you better stop this video at once. Go to the description box below. Fast forward to the time below as I'm counting down now. If you've seen this already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Ordell instructs Max to tell Jackie that Ordell will kill them both if she does not return the money, and that if she goes to the police, he will name her as an accessory. Max goes to Ordell's house and tells him that Jackie, frightened, is waiting in Max's office with the money. Ordell holds Max at gunpoint as they enter his office. Jackie yells that Ordell has a gun. Nicolette, Dargis, and Sherry's business partner, Winston, who provided Max with Ordell's location, hiding in the back, ambush him and shoot him dead. The charges against Jackie are dropped, and she plans a trip to Madrid. Max declines an invitation to join her. They kiss goodbye, and he watches her drive away. End of story. So what did I think of Jackie Brown? Well, now can only recall seeing some of this film before, but that was a long time ago. But now I've watched it in its entirety for the first time completely. So I am going to say this film is kind of a little gone from one thing to another, kind of like what we've seen in other films, even some that Tarantino's done. But I will say this film did fine and what have you. It's a fine little film, and I will say it did provide a little bit of suspense and what have you. While it might not have come quite close to my liking of his previous film before this, which that was Pulp Fiction, I am gonna say it still proved to be decent enough. The film went on to make 74 million worldwide on its $12 million budget. On the reviews, Rotten Tomatoes has a score of 88%, where they say, although somewhat lackadaisical, I hope I pronounce that, in pace, the film proves to be an effective star vehicle for Pam Grier while offering the usual Tarantino wit and charm. Well, I do agree. Yes, it does have some pacing issues in my view. That's kind of a big downside of this film. But however, it does build up with its great music and score and its great cast because it's got a big all-star cast. Metacritic has a score 65 and Audience's poll by cinema score gave it a B. Roger Ebert wrote in the Chicago Sun-Times, rated this 4 stars out of 4, writing that Tarantino leaves the hardest questions for last, hides his moves, conceals his strategies in plain view, and gives his characters dialogue that is alive, authentic, and spontaneous. And also ranked the film as one of his favorites of 1997. Excuse me. Movie critic Mark Kermode for BBC Radio 5 Live lists the film as his favorite film of Tarantino's. Samuel L. Jackson, who appears frequently in Tarantino films, like Pulp Fiction, for example, named his character of Ordell Robbie as one of his favorite roles. Though, of course, this film sparked controversy, which attracted criticism for its use of a certain racial slur, which I will not mention because do not want to go and bring any harm to my audience if some of y'all are of African American or, I don't want to say that because a certain word was used, that certain racial slur was used 38 times, the most in any Tarantino film until 2012 when Django Unchained came out, which I have not seen, and then 3 years later in The Hateful Eight. Now, during an interview with Manala Dargis, Tarantino said, "The minute any word has that much power, as far as I'm concerned, everyone on the planet should scream it. No word deserves that much power." Well, I'm not really going to get into much of that. And Spike Lee criticized the film's use of the word and said, "I'm not against the word, and I use it, but not excessively. And some people speak that way. But Quentin is infatuated with that word. What does he want to be made an honorary black man, and he uses it in all his pictures, Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. Want Quentin to know that all African Americans do not think that word is trendy or slick. Yes. But anyway, still, the film did get nominated for numerous awards, but didn't win much of anything except one at the Berlin International Film Festival and one at the Kansas City Film Critics Circle Awards. I will admit that I do like how this turns out. I mean, now with the font of like the way the writing is for the for the credits and what have you, it's similar to what we've seen in other films that Pam Grier's done, like Foxy Brown or Sheba Baby, or even the film I'm going to review next, Friday Foster. I am going to say that this proved to be really something. While it might not have quite come close to those, but it still provided a good feel to it. And I do appreciate paying homage to the black exploitation flicks, even though I've seen a few of those, like the ones I've already seen with Miss Grier. The film's score was, well, it doesn't say from no, well, it wasn't really, there was no actual score for this, but it did, however, have a good soundtrack that included various artists, including the Delphonics, Bill Withers, the Grassroots, Bloodstone, and even the rapper known as Foxy Brown. Heck, even Johnny Cash's Tennessee Stud is in this. That's really something. However, it also features separate tracks with dialogue from the film. Instead of using a new film score, Tarantino incorporated Roy Ayers' funk score from Coffee, as a matter of fact. So now I can understand. Now, the film has been released numerous times and what have you. Most recently, it had been released on Blu-ray and DVD by Paramount in 2020. After, with this being one of many Miramax films to be reissued by Paramount. However, in 2023, Tarantino is rumored to have personally bought back the rights to the film, along with both of the Kill Bill films, although this has never been officially confirmed. Well, anyway, if true, it would leave Pulp Fiction as his only Miramax film still confirmed to be under the control of Paramount. Anyway, on their official website, the studio still currently lists the film as one of the films in their library. But that's understandable and what have you. Lionsgate later announced in May 2023 that they had reacquired the home video distribution rights for this and the Kill Bill films and would be working in conjunction with Tarantino on future releases. Yes, guys, as you may recall, that last year we had gotten the Kill Bill films again by one whole film called The Whole Bloody Affair. So now you know about that. As recently, earlier, well, not earlier, but no, but last January of last year, as I mean, there was a 4K remaster of the film being released digitally and on Blu-ray. That included a lot of things. Now, for the cast of the film, we have Pam Grier as Jackie Brown. I'm going to say she's really good in her performance in that role. Samuel L. Jackson as Ordell Robbie. Yeah, pretty good. Robert Forster played Max Cherry. He was good. Bridget Fonda as Melanie Ralston. Good. Michael Keaton as Agent Ray Nicolette. Good. Let's see. Robert DeNiro as Louis Gara. Very good. Michael Bowen as Detective Mark Dargis was good. Chris Tucker is in this as Beaumont. Good. And there's a host of others that include Lisa Gay Hamilton, Tiny Lister Jr., Hattie Winston, Sid Haig, Denise Crosby, Takea Crystal Kema, and Quentin Tarantino does the voice on the answering machine. Yeah, can you believe that? That's incredible. But with everything said, I think Jackie Brown is pretty good. While I'm not sure how I would rank this if I had ranked Tarantino's films. Now I've watched a few. Now this makes it another one I've seen, but now that kind of makes it well, it's hard to explain. Please stand by. Okay, now with Jackie Brown, that makes it one of the few 14 of the few films that he's done that I've seen. Those include Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, both Kill Bill films, Death Proof, as seen in the Grindhouse bit, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That makes it some of those films I have seen, but only Inglorious Bastards, Django Unchained, and The Hateful Eight are the only ones I have yet to watch. Now, maybe I'll look into them. I know, despite um, the latter two do have that racial slur that I will not say. Maybe I can get through those. We'll see what happens. Details to follow if I decide to review. But Jackie Brown, it's a pretty good film. Would I recommend it? I'd say sure, go ahead. I mean, if you liked some of those old Pam Grier flicks, maybe Coffee or Foxy Brown, then I think you'll enjoy Jackie Brown. So, what did you think of Jackie Brown? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of Friday Foster. Now, if you like this, check out my reviews for these two films that, well, were the inspiration for Jackie Brown. The upper left-hand corner is my review of Coffee from 1973. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Foxy Brown from 1974. Or if you'd like, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of Pulp Fiction from 1994. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.